For decades, if things get a little tough around Tucson, only 2 words are necessary. Bear down. And that's what the Arizona Wildcats hope to do in front of their homestanding fans today. And while today is the final home game of the season for one team, it is more importantly a celebration, Senior Day, as we'll see a squad from the Big 12, the Arizona State Sun Devils, taking on another team from the Big 12 in an intra-conference matchup, the Arizona Wildcats. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. The Sun Devils will put total leather to crank us up. No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. The Wildcats offense takes the field to start this game off. Guys, they battle for the Territorial Cup and bragging rights in the desert.
Yeah, and the 3 of us have been part of this rivalry. We've seen it up close before, calling this game in the past, and we know these 2 fan bases, man, they do not like each other.
Disdain, distaste. This rivalry goes back to before Arizona was an official state. Just think about how deep and how old this rivalry is.
Scanning the field, it's Robbins. He's going to run it. Fires on the move. Got his man downfield. Found a bunch of room and got it to the 44-yard line. And so much for feeling each other out for a few plays. These guys come out spinning it.
All gas, no brakes. Come in and spin the magic bean on the opening play of the game, taking a shot. Doesn't get better than that if you're this quarterback.
And this center downs gets started from the 33, 1st and 10. Wide receiver now comes in motion. Touch pass on the jet sweep. And that's a very productive first down play and bringing up 2nd and 3. Arizona Zoo had a huge celebration with a big win the last time they saw the Devils.
And it just felt like in that game, everything Arizona dialed up was working. Arizona State's defense in this game, David, they have got to play better.
They got to play better. They got to step up. Because last time the Sun Devils got that pitchfork stolen, and the Wildcats used it on them over and over again.
They'll throw it on 1st down. Trying to escape and get it himself. Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Arizona! And it feels good to land that first big punch against a rival, doesn't it?
No doubt. In a game like this, too, you just want to be executing at a high level early. So, David, that's got to feel great getting on the board first.
And settles everyone down. All the nerves, all the emotion of this rivalry game. Now everybody can kind of settle in because you know you already got a touchdown on the board.
And they desperately wanted to attempt a return, but decided not to. Instead, they'll take the touchback. So Arizona State's offense headed onto the field. Our first look at them today. Here are our impact players for this game, and it goes beyond executing an assignment to make an impact in the game.
Yeah, obviously we were talking to both coaching staffs this week, and we asked them who needs to step up and play well. They immediately pointed to these guys right here. They are the key for their respective teams.
Yeah, and they don't always show up in the box score, but these are the guys that are the leaders. These are the guys getting everybody organized and have to play well for their team to succeed.
A little bit more to go after that last completion. They'll try to pick it up on 2nd down. They go to the ground. Defense there to stop him after a 2-yard gain to the 31. The first time the Sun Devils and the Wildcats met, Arizona wasn't even a state yet. It was 1899.
Reese Davis, a college football aficionado, and a history buff, too. Great history between these two schools, though.
Yeah, and it goes back, obviously, that long. So many classes, so much hatred. It's beautiful when rivalries really matter, and it matters to the people in Arizona.
The give. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe. 2nd and 7. Kept it on the ground on 1st down. Now back to the line. He's going to pass on 2nd down. He's got an open man. That is exactly what you're looking for when you talk explosive plays. The defense finally able to make the stop.
The defense needs to have a plan for this guy. They weren't ready for that one. Drag route running all the way across the field. The DB just can't stay with them because of his speed, and as a result, they give up a big one.
Right on the money with that throw. The defense was there, but they are in the red zone with a 1st down at the 12. He'll keep it himself. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry.
I'll tell you, this is a hard defense to run against if you're going to go sideline to sideline because of that guy's speed. At linebacker, he can get all the way to the perimeter, chase the quarterback down on the option, and make the tackle behind the line of scrimmage. Impressive.
Pulled down after a pickup of 3. Ball's at the 13. Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Got some room, headed to the goal line. He steps out of bounds after a huge play, but hang on just a second. Defense might get bailed out here by a flag. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. And the Sun Devils trying to pay off the threat on 1st and goal. Trying to run it in. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Arizona State.
I think what you love about that opening drive for the offense is the balance. They were able to throw the football to set themselves up into position, and then he carries it in for the TD. You got to be able to keep defenses on their heels, and they did a nice job of that on this opening drive.
After that latest answer tied things up, just about set to kick it away again. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Arizona has it back. The offense coming out to bear down. After standing on the sideline and watching that long touchdown drive, they really need to put something together. And the Heat gets there, and they get him down at the 14-yard line.
That's a good example there of complementary defense. The DBs and linebackers are playing zone, they're playing their spaces, and they force the QB to have to hold the ball, try to work through his progressions, and then the pass rush, they win up front.
Just a short pass to the tight end. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. Got the quick pass. He steps out of bounds, but it will be enough for a 1st down. 3rd down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
Yeah, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmys and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide and I know I trust you, I'm finding it.
Good job running tough and behind his pads as he gets up to the 38-yard line. 6-yard pickup on 1st down leaves him with 2nd and 4. The quick out. A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the 1st down. Throw him to the spot, and that's exactly what he did to pick up the 1st down.
And that's so many hours of doing this together. You know exactly when he's going to break on that out route. You know what kind of speed he has because you've thrown it so many times. Nice rhythm and timing, and you could tell that was experience between receiver and quarterback.
To the air. It's Robbins. And the defense able to drag him down, but not before. They'll recycle that down marker. They've gotten this thing up and running fast, back and forth. We're inside a minute to play in the first. He leaves it with his back. They'll pick up 4, 2nd and 6 coming.
And it's just simple first down run, showing your physicality, setting your offense up in a good spot.
Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. Pulls and throws off the RPO. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few.
In offenses nowadays, they're really just counting numbers. How many guys do you have out wide? How many guys do I have out wide? If I have enough guys to block your guys, boom, it's just built into the offense. Pitch, catch, let me get a few yards.
They tried to go smash mouth on 3rd and short, and it did not work against this defense. Here comes the field goal unit as they'll try to take the 3. And he's going to have to get into this football. This is a 53-yard attempt. It is true as he puts 3 on the board. And guys, after the field goal, now they have the lead. So they were able to put up a 3 spot on that last drive, and now the kickoff team out there as they prepare to put boot to leather. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Time for one more snap before the end of the quarter. Trying to find his man on first down. Makes the grab on the left. They get him on the ground, and with that, we'll head to the second quarter. That's the end of the quarter, and Arizona has the lead here. And we've come to the end of the first as we take a moment to check out the stats so far. First down to start the drive after the break. Wide out in motion. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Lets it fly. And they won't make the connection, looking to make a big play there.
Bad news on that play, it's an incompletion. The good news is the quarterback knew if his guy wasn't going to catch it, nobody was with that ball landing out of bounds.
And they're not on the same page there.
And you see those balls in practice sometimes. They're just off the mark. They don't know how to control it. You don't know what goes wrong. And sometimes QBs miss, and it's an incompletion.
3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. And that pressure just engulfed him. A sack for this defense. The Sun Devils will try to pin them back with the punt. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. Running it back, it's Sims. Everybody stays in their lanes well enough, and they stop him at the 31-yard line. Arizona sending the offense onto the field. You want to talk about having a weapon to bail out a drive? David, that's why kickers are so important after that long field goal.
And listen, important is a relative term. We need to make longer passes and get better gains so we don't have to kick long field goals, Palmer, again on offense.
And they've got the weapons to do that, David. They just got to be able to dial those plays up. Guys have to be able to make them one-on-one to make life easier on this kicker who is so important to this team.
Quarterback reacting to what the D is showing. To the air, it's Robbins. Buys a little time with his feet. At the 45, on his way. And he slides after picking up the first down, but there is a penalty flag. Let's see who it's against. Just an obvious holding call there, and one that just kills an offense's momentum. 2nd down coming up. Can't make the connection. The pressure there caused the missed timing.
This is going to be a key that we look at this entire game. How can this defense find ways to affect this quarterback and get pressure on him? Because they felt coming into the game, if they could do that, they could...
Trying to beat the D deep. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on. The Wildcats will have to send out the punt team. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. Slips through the line. This guy is a daring punt return man. He's not going to settle for the fair catch. A solid return gets a little bit of ground for the offense. First down for this offense. They'll try the run. And a nice solid pickup there before the defense wrestles him to the ground.
Sometimes as an offense, you like run plays, and you like running it right into the teeth of the blitz. That's what happened right there. Everybody up front got a hat on a hat, and they were able to crease that defense.
He's got it on the right. And he won't quite get there, but boy, after that pickup, just a few inches to go for the first, an array of possibilities here. Ball at the 38, the defense will try to get a stop on 3rd and short. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
And that seemed a little off from the start, didn't it?
That was a big-time play, and it was off from the start because of the play he made.
And I don't think it would have mattered who was playing running back. There was absolutely nowhere to go.
You'd think they would have had a good chance to down that one deep, but the bounce carries it into the end zone for the touchback. Arizona has it back, the offense coming out to bear down. They'll have another opportunity to extend this lead after punting last time, David.
And it's important to put that punt behind you. It's over. Let it go. Get back to what you were doing that built this lead.
Yeah, and defense, obviously, they won a few downs that last drive, so we got to put them on their heels here. Maybe mix up a few personnel groupings and try to show them some pictures they haven't seen yet.
How about that play to get a hand in there and force the incompletion?
Tell you what, that was a lightning-fast decision. You could tell he knew what he wanted to do right away, makes the decision, but maybe his footwork wasn't a little bit good, and the pass wasn't where he wanted to put that thing. I know that.
Looking downfield, it's Robbins. Throws to the back. This time on target. And he was loose and in the open field and on his way. A tremendous pickup on that one. Arizona going back to work with another first down. They'll go back to the ground. Some belief in that running game as they pick up 5 to the 35-yard line. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. He's looking to throw. Catch in the middle, it's Sims. He's like a pinball with attitude out there, hammering ahead to the 30.
And quarterback dropping back, understanding I'm getting zone coverage. All I got to do is be a little bit patient, manipulate that defense a little bit. My wide receiver runs that drag, and I get the first down.
He showed it all there, a little elusiveness, a little power, and he's got the first down. Arizona has it in the red zone. Quick release by the QB. Touchdown, Wildcats! Reeled it in and just made the house call.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running, I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy, the connection between quarterback, wide receiver. You can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
He'll start the return inside his 5. And the returner will be knocked down. Arizona State is going back on offense, and they come out looking for a spark. They are trailing by 10 here, Jesse, but this is the type of team that seems comfortable in an offensive shootout.
You got to hold serve at this point, right? You got to drive the field, put some more points up on the board. Yeah, they just scored. You can answer that now and keep this thing close.
And I think you're used to that as offense. Like, football is so fast-paced now, and you score so quickly. It's not that big of a deal to get down 10. You keep doing you, keep being aggressive.
And how good is it for a quarterback to have a running back he not only can just dump it off to, but can actually be dangerous as a receiver?
Agreed, Reese. It's not just checkdowns or screens or swing routes or flat routes. This guy can get vertical. And he can all of a sudden start stressing defenses in the second level. What a weapon it is to have this guy in your backfield.
And the Sun Devils decide to punt it away. They bring the punter onto the field now. And the returner will be dragged down. Arizona sending the offense onto the field. How about the way they attacked the last time they had the ball, mixing run and pass and winding up in the end zone, Jesse?
That's why recruiting is so important. They've got weapons at every skill position on the field. Any of these guys is dangerous if they touch the football. Let's see what they do on this drive, David.
And so, Palmer, I got to take away something. I can't let them have everything and have success. I got to be aggressive against the run or play.
Oh, the ball squirts out. Defense coming up with a huge fumble recovery. And he's brought down, and this defense gets the ball back for its own. Excellent field position here for the offense. Wasting no time throwing on this drive. They make the stop, but not before they do their work up top and pick up a first down. A new set of downs after the completion. To the air on first down. He'll take a shot. And he really wanted to get the touchdown there, but it's incomplete.
You know, it's a good decision by the QB because his intended target wasn't open, so throw it out of bounds, and you can live to play another day here on this drive.
This offense has a second down play. Couldn't connect on first down, now back to the air. And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack.
And come on now, O-line. Got to take care of your quarterback. He takes care of you. He's the one who takes you to meals. He's the one to get you those NIL deals. Everything happens through your quarterback. You got to keep him upright. That is your #1 priority.
Makes the grab. It's Cantrell. Timeout called here by the defense. It's the first one they've used this half. They're happy enough to try to take the points as the field goal unit heads out. He'll line it up from the right side. A 37-yarder coming up. Field goal is good. So after the made field goal, they'll kick it away and rely on their defense. The returner will field it and bring it back. And the coverage team able to make the tackle. Arizona has it back, the offense coming out to bear down. And the fumble on that last drive could have been much worse, David.
They bailed him out. They held him to a field goal, so that's the good news. Now this offense has to get it going. Forget about the fumble, Jesse. Move on. Be positive.
And they're upset with themselves, too. They're an offense that pride themselves on ball security. Let's see what they do right here.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. Looking for a man. It's Robbins. Got his man on the right. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
Listen, running backs are not just running backs anymore. You're going to be a wide receiver in today's football. And a great job sneaking out of the backfield, getting the football, letting them get some positive yards.
He gets the job done, picking up the first down, then getting down. The offense wastes no time getting the timeout call.
Nice job. Nice way to end that play for the QB. He does a really good job scrambling, getting the first down, and getting down. Because defensively, I'm trying to get a lick. Anytime I can hit the quarterback, that is a win.
Quarterback will audible. Looking to move it through the air. Oh, he's going to take a shot at the DB. And it's incomplete. Good play downfield by the DB.
And you've seen this formula work at all levels of football. You pressure the quarterback, his numbers start to drop. He's not as efficient. Nice job by the defense.
On 2nd down, he'll try to make the connection. Quarterback moving out of the pocket. Working that left side now. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
And I like what the quarterback did to finish the run. He buys a little bit of time, scrambles out to his left, and as a right-handed quarterback, you really understand you got to square those shoulders while you're running, which can be difficult.
And he hauls it in inside the 30. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half, maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. And they'll send the field goal team back out for the 2nd time tonight. Didn't make him sweat at all. It's good. And now the lead is even bigger. So they get the late field goal right before the half, and not much time after this kickoff for an answer. Oh, look at Mr. Hands taking the squibber inside the 30. And good work by the coverage team to get the return man down on the ground. Arizona will kick off to get the second half underway. And he takes this from inside the 5. And the returner runs out of real estate as he goes down. Arizona State has the ball back in the offense, making its way onto the field. If they're going to get on top in this game, they're going to have to find a way to get the running game going in the second half.
Agree, so it can create some more balance, some more unpredictability. I feel like this defense has got a good beat on what they're doing, especially if they don't mix it up a little bit. So I do look for a little second half running the football ball right of this quarter.
And I think the thing, Dave, is they just got to be more physical. I don't think this is a scheme question about trying different run plays. I think it's up to the big fellas up front. They've just got to make the decision that they're going to be tougher here in the second half so that they can win this game.
Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. He'll pull it down and run. Nifty little scamper on this one. Enough for the first down, and he slides in safely. The Sun Devils come to the line with a fresh set of downs. They'll throw it on first down. And they got him. They'll get him down for the sack.
Well, the defense knew coming into the second half here they were going to have to crank up the pass rush, right? They've got the lead. They're going to be seeing this quarterback drop back. How can you affect him? You've got to win up front one-on-one and get home, and they did there on third down.
Still running at the 40. And the explosive play, and they're on the move all the way to the 44.
When you talk about creating big plays in the running game like this, this makes the game really easy. Actually, when you've got a guy like this that you can hand it to with this much speed and elusiveness, just hard to bring down in the open field, what a big game for the offense.
Might be looking to run. Going to try to get it himself. And he's able to shed one tackle and pick up pretty good yardage. And the Sun Devils want to crank the tempo. He wants to pass it on second down. Got him downfield. And he'll take it all the way. They couldn't bring him down. Touchdown, Sun Devils.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge. And also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, Dave. And listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Arizona sending the offense onto the field. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. The give to the running back from the shotgun. Not much there. Picks up a couple to the 22.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
The give to the left side. What a good run there. He has enough for the first down.
Well, on offense, you've got to love the way your offensive line is playing in this game. They're getting tremendous movement up front. They're climbing in the second level and really giving these backs and ball carriers a lot of room to run all game long.
Loss of 2 brings up second down.
After losing a couple on that last play, here's 2nd and 12. After run, now throw. Trying to make magic with his feet. Still on his feet at the 45. He got a bunch and looked close to getting a lot more, but he's got the first down. Arizona moving the ball quickly down the field. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. And they try the middle of this stout defense, and they rise to the challenge.
You can't let the same guy beat you over and over and over again. You got to make adjustments. Sometimes you got to bring more guys in the box, more guys to the football, and make sure he's not the one who beat you.
He'll off one deep down the left side. And they can't hook up, going for the big play on second down. Now it's third down. They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. They go to the draw. And sure, tackling there to keep him from getting to the first down marker. Arizona runs out the punt team. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Hauls it in and looking upfield. And they'll get him down after the return at the 27-yard line. Arizona State is going back on offense, and they come out looking for a spark. They put it in the end zone the last time they had it, and now an opportunity to really take control of this game.
You can feel the momentum shifting. If they were able to take the football here, drive it down the field, and score again, David, they would have all of that momentum on their side.
And there's nothing about momentum that you can quantify. Like, I don't understand it, but once it gets going in one direction, a lot of times it's so hard to swing it back the other direction. The momentum is real, and they got it.
How about this backer in pass coverage and bringing the big hit stick with him, too? It'll be third and short from their own 33. From the gun, wants to pass. And that's not the way they drew it up. It's incomplete. The Sun Devils will punt this one away. They'll try to really get into this one. Excellent coverage that time. Didn't give him any room to set up a big return. Arizona has it back, the offense coming out to bear down. Here's another opportunity, Jesse, to stretch out this lead after punting last time.
I think it goes back to your playmakers, Reese. I think it's finding the guys that have been working for you earlier on in this game and getting them the football.
Yeah, and there's obviously no need to panic. I mean, think about it. You got the lead. You got the football. You got to be smart with the football, make your plays, put a good drive together here.
From the gun, running back on the move. Tackle is made at the 28 after a pickup of 3.
And these RPOs always put the defense in a bind. But listen, you give up the run, they get a short little gain, no harm, no foul.
On third and short, they keep it on the ground here. The Wildcats get enough for the first down.
Yeah, third and 1, you know what time it is. It's about the big boys up front. You've got to give me a little bit of space, a little crack. You just can't give up that penetration. So my running back can fall forward just like that and get the first down.
He'll try to do it himself. Able to get just a few before sliding to avoid the hits.
You know, QBs want to make those big plays. They want to put up the big stats. But when nothing's there, sometimes you just tuck the ball, get a minimal gain. I like the slide, by the way, too. Get down and don't take a big hit.
Tackled at the 45 after a 5-yard pickup.
You start day one of training camp running your base runs. You need a few yards, you run these plays. You need a first down, you run these plays. You rep them over and over and over again. Not sexy, not pretty, but in the end, they're effective, and they get you that new set of downs when you need it.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Looking to throw, it's Robbins. Feeling some heat. He got his hands on it, but couldn't hold on to it. And what a time that would have been for their first pick of the game.
Well, this defense felt coming into the game that if he was going to try to throw from the pocket, they could get to him and affect his accuracy, and they did on that last play.
Couldn't find his man last time, and that leaves them with a 3rd and 6. From the gun, they'll give it on the inside. And there were some collisions in there, and the D finally stops him short of the marker. The Wildcats will have to send out the punt team.
On to kick it away.
Punt goes out of bounds, and a really nice job as they stick them deep in their own end. They'll mark it around the 10. Looking for a productive play on first down. He's going to pass. And he just flat dropped it. I think he wanted to run before he secured it.
You just got to have better concentration if you're the wide receiver. I know it feels like a routine completion. You still got to get 2 hands on the ball and look it in. That's a bad drop.
That pass is incomplete, and they might be fortunate it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. It'll be 3rd down.
Man, the defense smells blood in the water. You can tell. They are getting to this quarterback over and over and over. They've already sacked him a couple times. They're just winning up front. They almost got another sack on that last play.
They've got the screen set up. And he's got enough for a first down. Now to see if they have enough time to snap it again here in the third. And talk about spreading the ball around. Everyone getting a chance to show off the hands based on the number of targets we've seen. They'll start the drive here with first down to open this period. He'll pull it on the read. A strong tackle and wrap up from the junior.
Yeah, and it's a nice job by this defense understanding, listen, that QB is a threat. And they're going to run all kinds of options, and he's going to run the football. They were dialed in and got that sucker they ran.
On second down, just keeps firing. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. On third down, going up top. Dances away from the heat. And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack. And the Sun Devils will line up to punt it away. They may have to pay him overtime. He's punting for the 5th time today. He'll get away another punt. He's been really active today, and no doubt he's going to earn his varsity letter. Good job by the coverage unit to stop the return man. Arizona sending the offense onto the field. They missed an opportunity to extend this lead the last time they had it, Jesse.
Yeah, they got to be able to regain that momentum, right? Go back to what was working earlier on in this one. And David, to me, that starts with being the more physical team.
Oh, I definitely agree. Being the more physical team, but understanding the situation of the game. You're still winning. You got the football back. Now put a nice drive together and execute.
At this point of the game, the offense has the lead. The offensive coordinator knows they want to keep running the football. So he's going back, he's looking at his playlist, and he's saying, which runs work the best for me in this game? What can I lean on right here to make sure we win this one?
Yeah, and he's been dependable. He's been a guy that they've given the ball a lot. He's just been so productive, giving this offense an easy way to move the football down the field. 97 yards on the day.
Pressure coming. He'll pull it down. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Arizona runs out the punt team. They'll look to pin him deep. Looks it all the way in and now turns his attention upfield. Cover guys do their job and they get him stopped at the 22-yard line. Arizona State has the ball back and the offense making its way onto the field. They just didn't quite find the rhythm on that last drive, Jesse. They had to punt it.
I think they got to be more physical, David. I think up front they got to do a better job getting blocks and establishing this running game.
And how easy does football become if you're the more physical team? If you can threaten the run and then run play action, it opens up the whole offense at your disposal.
From the shotgun, the inside give. And they're able to shove him to the turf as they stop him for a short gain.
I never know if it's grammatically correct to say a team is being out-physical. You hear it a lot in football, though. That's happening in this game. They are just not getting the push they need all game long up front to have any success when they decide to run.
They worked that running game down to the 34. Let's give him 3 on the carry. Get the field goal from here. It's a 51-yarder. Get a few on third down, and life is much better. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. And it's incomplete on third down.
And after the incompletion, I know there's a big urge right now to just go for it, right? It's 4th and short. We can seize this thing. I think you just got to do the smart thing. You need a field goal. You're only trailing by a bit. Do the smart thing. Take the point. Still a lot of football to go.
And the return man will have no chance as the ball sails out of bounds. Arizona has it back. The offense coming out to bear down. They've hit a bit of a lull here, and they need to get things cranked up with this possession, Jesse.
Just haven't had a rhythm these last couple of possessions, but I'll tell you, the best way to get back into one is to run the football. Establish yourselves up front at the line of scrimmage and help keep these third downs manageable.
Yeah, and the best news is your defense at least forced a punt of their own. So now you can go answer with that good stop while this game is still close. Let's just go keep putting more points on the board, and let's see less of the punter.
He unleashes a long one. And it falls incomplete. But it could have been much, much worse as the defender was right there.
Well, the defender got his hand on that one, tipped it up in the air, and offense, man, they're lucky that one wasn't picked.
The give as they work on that clock. They'll mark it down, and that will be enough for an Arizona first down.
Yeah, and he's shown you a little bit of everything today. Shows you why he's a really good back, and the line's paved some holes, and he's right at 99 yards. And the way this game's going with the lead, he's going to get a few more touches, break that century mark, and when you do, you have a great chance of winning football games.
This is a very tough slot receiver to cover if you're a linebacker because of how quick and how shifty he is. You never seem to know which way he's going, and he always seems to create an open space for his QB.
Man, it's so nice to have a guy that you can depend on. Like, this offense is built around him for a reason. Just a good running back. You can see, gets north-south, doesn't dance, picks up positive yards, breaks tackles. He's just a really good player, and that's why this offense runs through.
He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. And here comes the offense on second down. Looking downfield, it's Robbins. Skips away from pressure. And they got him for the sack.
That defender is a matchup nightmare for any offensive lineman to block. He's got athleticism, he's got length, he's got flexibility. He put it all on display on that sack.
On third and long, doesn't need to take the check down. Wide open downfield. Oh, look out! And he just kept running, and he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Arizona. And the extra point extends the lead to double figures at 10. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Arizona State is going back on offense, and they come out looking for a spark. Their drive chart is starting to look a little monotonous. Punt, 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 David.
And their defense is starting to get a little frustrated, too. They just keep putting me back on the field, possession after possession. Jesse, this offense needs to get their heads out of their you-know-whats.
The punter's on the sideline with the oxygen mask right now. He's been playing so much. He's not used to this. This offense, they just got to stay on the field. They've got to put a drive together and get some balance going, running and throwing the ball.
They make the stop, but a good pickup there on first down. The offense gets a quick timeout. At this point, every second is precious. Now on second down. He's looking to throw. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And the quarterback gets hit again. We already know this defense has gotten home to him multiple times in this game. So here you are. You're trailing in the game. Defense knows you're going to throw it. They're pinning their ears back. You can't feel very confident right now if you're the play caller, and certainly if you're the quarterback, that you're going to have time to throw.
And he's going to be stopped just short of the first down. He tried to get it on his own. On fourth down, looking for the completion. He wants to take the top off. Makes the grab on the right. Touchdown, Arizona State! And once he found daylight, it was Katie bar the door, baby.
And listen, still a ways to go, but great job by this offense getting you back in the ball game. Now, we got a one-possession game. We got our score. We did what we're supposed to do. Now, how do we get this stopped? Now, the defense has to come up big and get me the rock back.
Not much drives more anxiety than waiting to see if the hands team can corral the onside kick, and they do. Arizona sending the offense onto the field. All right, this game just got tighter, and you just don't want to make a mistake here, David.
Especially in the fourth quarter. Remember, you're still leading this ball game. You're still going to execute the same way, Palmer. Don't get frantic.
Don't get frantic, but I would like to see them stay aggressive, too. You put a touchdown up on the board here, and this goes back to being a two-possession game.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. They'll go to the ground. At the 35, he's loose. Off he goes. Touchdown, Wildcats. And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing. And the extra point extends the lead to double figures at 10. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Arizona State has the ball back and the offense making its way onto the field. They're starting to feel a little desperation here, David. They just can't press yet.
It's go time. We got to put some drives together. Down multiple possessions, Jesse. We don't have any time to waste.
Yeah, so at this point of the game, your best players have to touch the football. You've got to dial up plays, getting your biggest playmakers involved now if you're going to win this game.
Looking to throw on second down. And it's incomplete. It was wild, high and wide on that one.
You know, as this game goes on tonight, guys, this guy has to do a better job making quick decisions. You got to work through your progression. If it's not open, throw it away or run. It took way too much time there.
This is where you make the money on the drive. Ball at the 30, it's third and short. From the gun, wants to pass. Quick completion on the out route. And he gets it up to the 36. It'll be a first down. Everybody has to be set. They have to get it off. He's looking to throw it. It's complete on the right side. The offense uses a timeout to stop the clock, and they'll get a quick breather. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Sun Devils will have it first and 10. He wants to throw. Quick strike complete. He stopped just a chain link or two away from the first down and sets them up beautifully here. The offense will stop the clock and use one of its timeouts. Line getting set on second down. He's looking to throw. Quickly complete. He makes the stop at the 33, but 10 yards on that play and a first down. Got to get everyone set. They spike it to stop the clock.
Is incomplete. It's second down.
And now on second down for this offense. He's looking to throw. They're bringing heat. The offense pops it up, and they were on the move. And the offense will maintain possession. Son, that ball must be riveted to your ribcage.
Man, this is why you practice 5 points of pressure with the football. You cannot put the ball on the ground. Doesn't matter how many defenders are around you or how hard you get hit. You cannot turn the football over and expect to win games.
And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. He makes the connection. He is stopped short, and they'll turn it over on downs. Just a crushing blow at this point in the game. And with things in their favor on the scoreboard, the quarterback's favorite play in the playbook, the old kneel down from victory formation. No matter how much college football changes, realignment, all of that kind of stuff, rivalries are consistent, and winning rivalry games, well, that's just the best.
Because they hate each other so much. So you take the field against your rival. You're able to put forth a performance like that. That is worth its weight in gold, David. Unbelievable effort here by the winning team, and bragging rights now for a while.
Bragging rights for a while. It's a fun thing to be able to accomplish. Now we also got to take in the next couple games, because this is always, there's a letdown that naturally happens after these big rivalry wins. We feel like our chest is poked out. We got to